Okay guys, band exercises for today. We have 3 exercises. They will all be with your band attachment. For video purposes, you can't see, but I have my band in my door attachment. You need either a pillar, a post, a band attachment, or a door attachment, or somebody who is strong and willing to hold the other end of your band. If you don't have any of those, just email or preferably text me and I'll shoot you some other examples of exercises that you can do. All right, so first exercise is our reverse lunge and high row. We have all done this one. It was in videos a couple weeks ago. So remember, we start facing our attachment, arms are stretched out in front. Step back into your lunge first. You gotta separate these. It's lunge. From here, high row, elbows high, pull those elbows back behind the shoulders as far as you can. Arms come back forward, up and switch legs. Down, row, forward, up and switch. Please remember to separate those movements. Down and hold before you row. I'm not trying to be the rowing Nazi. However, this position into that lunge is part of what we've been working with the get up from your feet, getting that big range of motion. So I want you to practice holding it. Good for the balance, good for the knees and hips, and lower body strength. So make sure you separate the lunge from the nice strong row. Okay, exercise number 2 is a new one. It is an add-on to the wood chop that we've done. So starting position is going to be perpendicular to your wall attachment, hands at the chest. So we did these in the past at Body Business where we worked on just stepping out, keeping the hips, knees, and shoulders pointed forward. So it's the hardest thing about this one is making sure that you, when you step out to the side, that everything comes with you. Naturally, what wants to happen is our hips turn, so we don't have to work as hard to pull the band. But when you bring that band with you, the whole outside of your body, in particular hip and obliques, are having to really hold tight to keep everything in this position versus turning back. So everything stays facing forward, shoulders down and back. I'm going to step out as far as I can, stretch the band, and then wood chop. So on this wood chop, your hips can turn. On our traditional wood chop, I tell you that your hip bones and knees cannot move, but we have made this wood chop quite a bit harder by stepping out farther. So step, press, and allow your hips to help you turn. Back to center, hands in, step back. So multi-part, step away, press, rotate, back to center, hands in, and step back. So when you switch sides, it's no different. You're going to turn your body around, step straight out, press, rotate, bring it in, and step back. Okay, so try really hard to walk yourself through those movements. The farther you step, the harder the rotation is going to be. Allow those hips to help you out. Really use the obliques through the middle. Last movement on our bands is just our chest fly. So remember, on our chest fly, take those handles, one up and over your head. I like to keep my feet a little bit wider than hip width, and I keep them even, depending upon how heavy your band is. If you've got a super heavy band that you're working with, you may need to take a split stance because you're going to have a little bit more strength from here. So if you don't have a super heavy band, feet a little bit wider than hips, arms are stretched out as if you are going to wrap them around a big beach ball and big open. So abs in nice and tight, you got a little bit of a lean forward, squeeze through the front side of the body. So chest and shoulders squeeze and open. There is no need to bring your arms any closer than shoulder width. Once you get to here, your chest muscles aren't doing that much more work, especially if you have a band. So when you squeeze in until your hands are 4 to 6 inches from meeting, and then open back up. Squeeze, open back up. If you focus on squeezing through the upper chest and body, you will feel the musculature working for you. If you're just flinging the arms, you're not gonna feel much. So use the band to your advantage. Think about what you're working and get some good flies in. All right, guys, good job. Have a great workout.